Good morning, children. I am Aarthi here to explain the lesson how the dog found himself a new master. This is for class 6, unit 2. So, before moving to the lesson, children, let me ask you a question. What is the difference between tame and domesticate? Okay, children, what is the meaning of tame? Yes, tame is to teach behavioral changes so that the animal obeys the master. So you might have seen at homes those who have dogs or something like some animals like dogs, how they teach them how to behave properly and how to serve the humans. They may tame that those dogs to means to take something, to come here, to sit down, to shake hands. So all these type of behavioral manners which the humans teach the dogs and tame them to behave properly and calmly to human beings is called to tame an animal. It is to tame. They teach and they teach them how to respect and behave with the human beings. So this is called as taming a animal. And what is the meaning of domesticate? So domesticate is to bring up animals under human control so that humans may use them for food or other household purposes. So here, children, you might have a confusion. What is the meaning of domesticate? So you might have learned what are the domesticate and wild animals in your previous classes. See, domesticate animals are, the what are the animals of domesticating and domesticate animals like hens, cows, horse, donkeys, then bulls. All these are called as domestic animals. So here when you say we grow animals such as birds like hen, cocks, and then animals like horses, dogs, donkeys, cows, and all. We domesticate them at home to be some useful to us. That is, we grow them. Then if we grow a cow at home, we make use of it. We go and sell their milk and get some money. When we have hens at home, we can sell their meat or sell their eggs and get some money which will be useful to us. Likewise, this is called to domesticate an animal. So I hope, children, you are clear about how what is the meaning of tame and domesticate. So now this lesson is something which is which has the meaning of taming a animal. So now let us move to the lesson. So here there was a dog which this story is about a dog, how a dog finds a master for himself. So here one particular dog is the narrator of the story. He is just telling about his experience, how he had found a master for himself. So at the beginning, when the dogs were there, they were the family. The dogs belonged to the family of wolves. So you know what is wolf, no children? Fox, wolves. So they were belonged to the family of wolves. So they were moving freely like with the wolves in the forest like that. They didn't have any masters. They didn't have any masters to look after them. They were just roaming here and there in the forest searching for food, and they were living together with the wolves. So this particular dog, it didn't like this way of living, just roaming here and there. He thought that he should have a master. And one day what happens, he he meets a particular wolf, He finds that he is a fierce animal, and everybody is scared of him. So he loved to be the servant of that wolf. So he approaches that wolf, and he requests the wolf to be its master, and him to accept him as the servant of him. Say, let's read the story, children. Dogs were once their own masters and lived the way wolves do in freedom. So, see, they were their own masters. They didn't have any masters. They were roaming here and there like the wolves. So, he was sick and tired of wandering about by himself looking for food, until a dog was born who was ill pleased with the way of life. So here there was a dog who didn't like to be roaming here and there. It wanted to have a master, and being frightened of those who were stronger than him. So these dogs, they were always frightened. They were anyhow they're moving here and there. Also, they were frightened of seeing animals which were more stronger than the dog. So he didn't like the way of living. He was thinking of how to find a master for himself. So what he does, he thought it over and decided the best thing for him to do was to become the servant of one who was stronger than anyone on earth. So this dog decided to become the servant of one such animal which is more stronger than anyone on the earth. So he went in search of a master, and he set out to find such a master. So what happened? He started to search for the master. He walked and he met a kingsman of his a big wolf who was as strong as he was fierce. So what happened? He walked and searched and searched. Then he found a wolf which was very strong and fierce. So he met that wolf and he requested him, I am looking for someone. So this wolf, he asked the dog, where are you going, dog? So the dog replies, I am looking for someone to take up service with. Would you like to be my master, wolf? So what happened? This dog, he found that the wolf was more fierce and strong. So what happens? He requests the wolf to be its master. So this wolf also, he was happy. He told, okay, if you want to be my servant, then I accept, I can be your master. The wolf agreed, and two of them went together. So from here onwards, the wolf and dog, they roamed here and there, and they were moving. When the wolf slept, it slept with the wolf. When it went in search of food, the dog also went with him. Then like that, they were passing their time. The wolf and they walked, and all of a sudden the wolf lifted his nose, darted quickly off the path and into the bushes, and crept deeper into the forest. The dog was much surprised. So what happened? From that, when one day when they're walking here and there, the dog was surprised to see the wolf's behavior. Wolf, what he did, he hid himself behind some bushes. This dog was surprised. Why the wolf is so strong? He is so fierce. Why he is hiding from someone? What is making the wolf to get scared? So it just asked the wolf, "What's come over you, master? What has frightened you so?" So he asked the wolf, "What happened? Why you are hiding yourself? Why your behavior is changing like this? Why are you frightened? What are you frightened for? Can't, can't you see there is a bear out there, and he might eat up both of us?" So this wolf, it got scared of a bear, and it hid himself behind the bushes. So the dog was surprised to see the behavior of the wolf. So he decided at that moment that the bear was stronger than the wolf. So he decided to join the bear and to be the servant of the bear and take up the bear as its master. So at that time he said, seeing that the bear was stronger than the wolf, the dog decided to take up service with him, and he left the wolf and asked the bear to be his master. The bear agreed to this readily. So, what happened? He left the wolf and he went and requested the bear to be its master. So, the bear accepted to be the master of the dog. Let us go and find a herd of cows. I'll kill a cow and then we can both eat our fill. So what happened? The bear says, okay, come, let us find some food. Let us find some cows, herd of cows, kill one of the cow and eat fully. So they started to move to find food for themselves. They walked on and soon saw a herd of cows. The bear then heard a terrible noise and saw the cows mooing and running in a panic. The bear too ran hastily and hid behind a tree. So what happened? They moved on and on in search of food, and at last they found a herd of cows. And when they were just seeing the cows, the cows were started to get panic. They were moving here and there, and they were scared of something. And this bear also, what he did, he also got scared and he hid himself behind the tree. To see this, the dog was very surprised again, and he was just asking the bear, why are you scared of? What are you scared of? Oh, the lion. Why did I come here? He is the strongest beast on earth and rules the forest. So what happened? He says, see, can't you see a lion is over there and he is the king of the forest, and how can I move? He will kill us and he will eat both of us. So just you also hide behind the tree. Well, then, I'll say goodbye to you. I want a master who is stronger than anyone on earth. So, what happens here? The dog says goodbye to the bear and he says, I want to be the servant of the person who is strongest in this world. So, now I'll request the lion to be my master. And he says goodbye to the bear and moves away from the bear. So, the dog said goodbye to the bear and went to ask the lion to be his master. So he just went to request the lion to be its master. The lion agreed to it, and the dog stayed with him and served him for a long, long time. It was a good life, and he had nothing to complain of. So, here the dog lived with the lion. It requested the lion to be its master. The lion also accepted, agreed to that, and they both lived for a long time. There was nothing to complain about the lion. The lion was the strongest beast on the earth, and he was the king of the forest. So this dog stayed with him for a longer time. Then one day, let's see what happens. But one day, the two of them were walking side by side along a path that ran amid bare cliffs when all of a sudden the lion stopped. So what happened? They were walking, both were walking, the dog and the lion were walking. When they came to a cliff, suddenly the lion stopped walking. He gave a roar and he showed some scaredness, some frightened, some fear. He showed some fear. He gave a great roar and struck the ground angrily with his paw with such force that the hole formed. So what happened? He got scared of something. He stamped his foot on the floor. It was such a strong. It was so strong and that it made a hole in the ground. This dog was surprised to see the behavior of the lion, and he asked the lion, what is it, master? Is anything wrong? He asked. I smell a man coming this way. We'd better run for it or we'll be in trouble. So what happened? This lion, he says, I see I get the smell of a man. Some man is coming here. Let us move from here and find a place and hide because otherwise we will be in trouble. The lion began to back away very quietly. So what happened? The lion moved very quietly from that place and he moved away from that place. So the dog, what he said, he found that the lion is scared of the man. So what happened? He decided to leave the lion and he went towards the man to ask him to request him to be its master. The dog took leave from the lion and went to join the man. So what happened? He goes and he asks the man whether he could be the servant of him and serve him. The man also agreed. From then onwards, what happened? He found that the man was stronger than the lion. He always wanted a master who was stronger than anyone else. So this dog wants a master to be stronger than anyone else. So he found that the man was stronger than anyone in this world. So he took up the decision of being a servant of the man. So this he goes and he requests the man to be its master. So from then onwards, the dog served the human beings, the man. So this is how a dog came to live with the man. So he stayed with the man and served him faithfully. This happened long, long ago, but to this day, the dog is man's most loyal servant and knows no other master. So they say that this happened long ago, and this is how the dog begins to stay with the human beings and serve the human beings till this day. So still till this day, the dogs stay with the man and they serve the man. They are the loyal servant of the man, faithful servant of the man. So this is how the dog became the servant of the human beings. So here, from this time only, the man began to tame the dogs. So I hope, children, you understood the story well. And now we come to the end of the session. Till we see up in the next class, it's bye from me. Thank you, children.